I took this photo about an hour ago actually when I was strolling around Kingsbury Water Park. I quite like this view. It's where the river sort of runs around the edge of the park. Some nice reflections and colours. So let's have a quick look at the materials. It's all the usual kit. Ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. They're all Cotman watercolours. We've got large on ransom egg, 3/4 inch flat, number 3 rigger. Got our collapsible water jar and 15 by 11 Fabriano. Just a quick look at the photograph before we get started. So using the big egg, just giving it a slight bit of water, basically just to stop it from crinkling. I could stretch it properly beforehand, but I prefer to do it as I go along really. Bit of raw sienna, just bringing that right the way down, just a bit of background colour. And then we've got, putting the brush into the ultramarine, sweep that in straight the way down, just like so. Right then, it's the distant trees. So, looking at it now, we've got sort of bit of. I'm going to take the two sky colours. Take a lot of water. I don't want the paper's still wet, so I don't want any more water on the brush. And we got like a. You know what I'm going to do? I need that a quick dry first. It doesn't have to be bone dry. Just enough to stop the paint from coming down the paper any more than what it already is doing. I'm just going to refix that. Pull it tight, refix it. Right then, let's go back to these distant trees. There's someone else over there. That's sort of coming up there like that. I can also see there's a few trunks in there. So I'm going to get the rigger, burnt umber, just a touch of ultramarine, really darkens it then. And let's just pop a few little trunks in there. One over here. I'm just doing just a bit of light red, just to change. See how it just changes it nicely. But only a little bit of red because it's such a strong colour, it will soon dominate. And that's all about, you can see on that far side of the bank really. Apart from, almost forgot, there's a big muddy bank that sort of just comes straight down like that. Big muddy bank. Just get that parallel. Right, that's the far side. Now coming forward slightly, let's move over to the right hand bank. It's slightly further forward than that. So that starts off some nice sort of yellowy greeny sort of colours. So for that I'm going raw sienna, ultramarine, lemon yellow. Just up there like that. Bit of ultramarine just to get a bit of variation going. I don't want it all the same height. I just want to vary the height a little bit. Maybe just a little touch higher because it is closer. So I'm just going to do it a touch higher. And again, we can see a few. I'll use a fingernail this time to put the twigs in. Maybe a couple with a rigger as well. And then dark colour. We've got some. You can use the rigger for this if you like. I'm just being a bit lazy. I don't know, is it lazy or just trying to be efficient really? That's it. I'm going to have to use the rigger for the rest of it because I want it a bit finer. Just some of those the finer little bits coming off. Just work those ends off. That'll do. Clean the brush because it was a bit dark. Get back to the lighter colours. Raw sienna, ultramarine, lemon yellow, and we're sort of working our way along. Bit of Payne's grey, just darkening up a little bit. Touch of light red, it's a very easy way of changing it quickly. Such a strong colour. There's a really nice dark greeny bit there. So coming down, right down to the bank. And then right at the bottom we've got our mud. So burnt umber, ultramarine. This is coming right down. Right down to the water's edge. Getting it parallel with the bottom of the page. Right, next, make sure that's dry. I think it is, yeah. Let's get some reflections in, so I'm just going to re-wet all this. And I want it wet enough. And you can see, because it was dry, it hasn't dislodged that paint that was underneath. But then what I want to do is quickly, before it starts to dry, get down as many of these reflections as I can. Get the banks, reflect the banks in. And then we've got all our nice greens. Darker. Get those banks in again. Bit darker. And then not forgetting need some sort of reflection of those branches up there, so it doesn't have to be exact, as long as it's there or thereabouts and gives the impression that there's something being reflected. Something like that. Just darken these up a little bit. So, something in there, and again we can just reflect all that in. And more bits and pieces over here. Yeah, just popping those reflections up here along. I'm fairly happy with those reflections, so I'll give those a quick dry. That's what I'll do. I'll just pull this tight first. And then I'll give it a quick dry. There's another little bank on that left, so I've got a fairly dry brush because I wanted this to be nice and strong now against that background. Just giving lemon yellow, ultramarine and Payne's grey, and we're sort of just giving up there like that. Bit of light red just to change it, look, see. Down here. And then in front of that, we've got another bank down here. Yeah, let's get this in a bit darker. Working my way, just changing the colours as I go along, just getting plenty of variation. It's gone a bit dark, so I'll clean the brush, take the excess off, and then let's go back to a bit of lighter colour, lemon yellow, raw sienna, a bit lighter down there. A few little flicks and reeds and all sorts of things going on. We can get darker again. Bit of red, just change it, look. And then switch to the rigger. Few reeds and stuff down there. And then another simple thing you can do, just to keep add a bit more colour. Again, clean it and then dry it on the tea towel, scuff it right up. So it's nice and dry and you got your hairs going all over the place, and then it's just going to that red, bit of red. And these are just like flowers at the top of these stems. Just start off nice and light, and then if you like it, just do a bit more. Again, very, very light, because you don't want to block out what you've been doing. Just trying to keep it subtle. If you keep overdoing it, just do a couple, and then, or just do one and then stop, look at it, and then go again. It's so easy to overdo it. Obviously, once you've overdone it, you can't go back then. I think I'll leave that at that. I'm fairly happy with that. Back to the rigger. Could do with a couple of, one thing you do see around here is loads of birds everywhere. Let's put a couple of little birds up here. but not least, sticking with the rigger, just pop your name in the corner. And that's another one done. Right. Let's have a closer look at it. So this is what our finished painting looks like. So let's have another photograph. So I haven't strayed too far from the composition. Starting as usual with a simple sky, just ultramarine raw sienna. Some of that sky colour reflected in the water down the bottom. Got our most distant trees put in first, with the riverbank down there. Coming forward, trying to get a bit of variation in the greens along the trees on this side, and then a bit of rigger work as the branches go up, but then not reflecting to forgetting to reflect them into the water below. Reflecting the colours, it helps bring the water to life. It doesn't have to be exact, as long as it's there or thereabouts, you'll get away with it. The foreground's a mixture of all sorts of colours and scrapes with fingernails and reeds and bushes and whatnot. And then you can see scuffing up our hake brush and then just giving the impression of these little heads on top of these grasses and reeds. Well, thanks for watching. Keep practicing. Any questions, please ask, and I'll see you again soon.